Entertainment, luxury.
Bob Dylan was born on May 24, 1941, in Duluth, Minnesota, as Robert Allen Zimmerman. Dylan spent much of his youth in Hibbing, an iron mining town. Dylan taught himself how to play the piano, guitar, and he played in a number of bands before entering the University of Minnesota in 1959. He relocated to New York in 1961, encouraged by Woody Guthrie and other American folk performers, and began performing at different venues in Greenwich Village's blossoming folk music scene. In 1961, famed A&R executive John Hammond signed him to Columbia Records, and his self-titled first album was released in 1962. Bob Dylan is one of the most important and pioneering artists in history. Bob Dylan has sold over 125 million records worldwide, and accumulated a distinct body of work that includes some of the best and most successful songs ever written. Bob Dylan has won 10 Grammy Awards and has been nominated for 33 of them. A Rolling Stone Music Awards, including Artist of the Year and Albums of the Year for The Basement Tapes and Blood on the Tracks in 1975. In 1990, the French Minister of Culture awarded him Commander dans l'Ordre des Arts et Lettres. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 8 luxury buys of Bob Dylan. Before we start, don't forget to poke that like button and subscribe. Number 1, Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class is famed for its modern technology and elegant style, making it an appropriate vehicle for a musical icon like Bob Dylan. This vehicle most certainly functioned as Dylan's method of transportation throughout his tours and trips, and it may have influenced his creative process. Dylan's top-of-the-line Mercedes-Benz S-Class cars are noted for their innovative technology, comfort, and safety features. These vehicles are frequently chosen by high-profile individuals due to their status, luxury, and dependability. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class is powered by a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 engine that produces 362 horsepower and 369 lb-ft of torque. It allows the automobile to go from 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds and achieve a peak speed of 130 miles per hour. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Number 2, Malibu Mansion. Bob Dylan's Malibu estate is a home he has owned since 1979, reflecting the famed musician's creative sensibility and desire for seclusion. The home has a mix of modern and rustic appeal, with large glass windows and finely maintained lawns. Each area in the mansion, including the living room, kitchen, and bedrooms, is meticulously designed to represent Dylan's diverse taste, including old instruments and unique artworks. The estate has a tranquil pool area, stunning grounds, and eco-friendly features such as solar panels, combining luxury with environmental awareness. The estate was purchased for $105,000 and is now believed to be worth over $7.5 million. The estate is not available to the public, and acts as a private hideaway, exemplifying Dylan's enigmatic character. Number 3, Christmas Lights. Bob Dylan's neighbors in Malibu have always known him to be in the Christmas mood. His home impressively continued his seasonal panorama, year after year. His yearly dispatch in lights was comfortingly consistent while still startling. Bob reminds us that the genuine spirit of Christmas right now may be found in our country's restoration to the traditional democratic principles to which it once aspired. He is reminding us that it is time, once again, to embrace the disenfranchised, prioritize environmental protection, re-establish the traditions of informed civic conversation, revive the two-party system of discussion, begin actively fighting against gun violence and for the protection of all of our rights, regardless of gender, color, or ethnicity. Recommit to democratic values for everyone. For the times they are changing. Number 4, First Cell Phone. Those close to famed singer-songwriter Bob Dylan verified that the 83-year-old Pulitzer Prize winner bought his first mobile phone in 2013. The phone, which he purchased from an AT&T store in New York, is believed to be an iPhone. Bob's been pretty reluctant to take to the new technology, admits longtime friend and road crew member Terry Barnes. It wasn't until he was working on Modern Times that he became aware of the internet. However, he was adamant about not using it. Who knows where they're coming from? According to Barnes, after convincing Dylan to get a cell phone, Dylan chose an iPhone because 3 of his children owned one. He opted for the 3G iPhone over the newer, more technologically sophisticated 3GS because it's cheaper, and he didn't know what the hell the extra S stood for anyway. Number 5, Book Production. According to some, Bob Dylan's book, The Philosophy of Modern Song, has no philosophy at all. The book is divided into 1 to 3-page articles on pop, rock, country, folk, and blues songs, the majority of which are American or British. The novel has some attractions. For one thing, there are a lot of photographs. For another, Bob Dylan may be amusing, and his writing can be incredibly vivid. The great majority of the songs in Bob Dylan's philosophy were written and recorded by male musicians, and he references SA multiple times in riffs that are extraneous, unwarranted, and, frankly, undeserved. Before I go to the valley below. Number 6 Metal Coffin. Bob Dylan developed a connection with Brian Jones, the founding frontman of the rock band The Rolling Stones. Jones is an unappreciated character in the history of the Rolling Stones. His passion to the blues and creative guitar methods made him a force to be reckoned with in the 1960s rock scene, but he was quickly overshadowed by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards' songwriting relationship. Jones was clearly going through a difficult time, fueled by heavy alcohol and drug use. The guitarist was fired from the group in 1969. Less than a month later, Jones was discovered dead in his swimming pool in East Sussex. At the age of 27, this was a significant loss for the rock and roll community. The Stones guitarist was so close to Dylan that the folk singer allegedly paid for Jones' casket. Officially, the coffin, which is totally made of metal, was given anonymously, although it is well known that Dylan sent it here from the United States. This overlooked event from rock and roll history raises several questions. Why did Dylan feel the need to purchase Jones a coffin? Why did he send one from America rather than buying one in the UK? And of course, why metal? Number 7 Art Supply. Bob Dylan's largest ever sculpture, a railway freight wagon, has been displayed in a French vineyard. The massive sculpture, named Railcar, is made of around 7 tons of iron, and set on train lines at Chateau Lacoste in Provence. It has been exposed to the elements and has themes of ladders, wheels, and tools. Dylan said, "The artwork represents perception and reality at the same time. All the iron is recontextualized to represent peace, serenity, and stillness." The art piece, he said, had enormous energy. It represents the illusions of a journey rather than the contemplation of one. Takes a woman like you to get through to the man in me. Number 8 Whiskey Business. Heaven's Door marks Bob Dylan's debut in the whiskey business. When Mark Bushala, CEO of Spirits Investment Partnership, SIP, saw that Bob Dylan had filed a trademark registration for bootleg whiskey, he decided to contact the Nobel Prize-winning singer and composer to see what they could come up with. In order to create a distinct spirit, the two chose to collaborate with a number of expert distillers and blenders around the nation. Heaven's Door, the result of years of experimentation, is now available. The portfolio will evolve over time, but the initial bottlings comprise a straight Tennessee bourbon, $50, a double-barrel whiskey, $50, and a straight rye whiskey, $80, aged in cigar barrels from Vosges, France. You tamed the lion in my cage, but it just wasn't enough to change my heart. This is the end of Top 8 Luxury Buys Bob Dylan. Make sure to tap the like button and subscribe to see our next list. Bye for now.